Hey guys, it's Vida and today we're going to be making hot milk chocolate cake. So this is basically like any other normal chocolate cake, but in this cake we're going to be using hot milk in the cake batter. What this does is make the cake more flavorful, as in it makes the cake a little bit more chocolatier by bringing out the flavor of the cocoa powder, and it also makes the cake more softer. So this cake is going to be super delicious. And it's basically supposed to be eaten like a tea time cake, but it's perfect for frosting too. Without frosting also, it's going to be just as tasty. Without any further ado, let's get on to making it. First, here I've taken a large mixing bowl. I'll be cracking in 2 eggs. Let's pour in half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we need to add sugar. I've taken a total of half a cup of sugar, which I'll be gradually adding in while beating the egg. So add a little bit now, add a little bit more, and keep gradually adding it while you're beating it. I've added in all the sugar now, and we need to continue beating until it's really well foamy. And here it's done. This is the consistency you need to get. The color of the batter should have changed. It should become more pale. Also, it should double in size and it should be this really nice and ribbony consistency. Then you know that your egg mixture is done. We can set the hand beater aside. Next, we need to add in all the dry ingredients. I've taken all-purpose flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. We need to sieve that in to prevent any lumps. Now we need to slowly fold this and incorporate it into the batter. Since we've beaten the eggs to become really foamy, we don't want to destroy any of those air bubbles, so we're going to be folding it really slowly and gradually until all the ingredients are incorporated. So just do this motion with the spatula and fold it in really slowly. Now that's mixed in. The batter might look a little lumpy right now. That's because of the air bubbles and also a little bit of the lumps of the all-purpose flour. But it's all going to come together when we finally add in the hot milk. Now I've poured in some vegetable oil. We need to slowly fold that in just like we did with the dry ingredients. Then we need to heat up the milk. Here I've taken a saucepan. I'll be pouring in half a cup of milk. Then also add in a tablespoon of butter. Now we need to let the butter melt, and we also need to bring the milk to a boil. Yes, we do need the milk to boil, not just heat up, but we need all those bubbles coming up and it should start boiling. And right when it starts boiling, we're going to pour this hot milk into the cake batter. And since we have eggs and flour in this cake batter, you need to mix it really quickly. Make sure to mix it really fast and incorporate the milk into the batter so that the eggs and the flour don't start cooking. And finally, this is the sort of batter you need to get. It's going to be a little liquidy. Now that the cake batter is ready, we can pour it into our baking pan. Here I've taken a tea loaf pan which I've lined with parchment paper and also brushed with some butter. Pour the batter in only around 3/4 full because the cake is going to rise quite a bit. You don't want the cake to overflow. Then tap it quite a few times and keep it into a 180 degrees Celsius preheated oven for 30 to 40 minutes. Once the cake is baked, you can insert a skewer to check if it's actually baked. If the skewer comes out clean, then you know that the cake is completely done. We can let the cake cool down in the pan itself for around 10 to 20 minutes before we take it out of the pan. Just run a knife along the sides and then you can flip it over, and the cake is going to come right out since we lined it with parchment paper. Let's remove the parchment paper, and here the cake is completely ready. If you're serving it as a tea time cake, you can go ahead right now and cut it and serve it. But if you want to do something a little extra, then you can go ahead and frost it at this point. And here you can see that the cake is really soft. It's really delicious and has a super rich chocolate flavor because of the hot milk. So you can serve it right away and it's super delicious. Even without the frosting, it's amazing. But if you want, you can go ahead and add some frosting. Instead of the frosting, I've just used some chocolate hazelnut spread, as in Nutella on top. Just spread it with some Nutella and it's literally amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching Love Cooking. Bye bye.